Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Sunday the 4th of February 2018 and we're providing our gold and silver weekly update for the week ending the 2nd of February. Gold fell $18 from $1,351 to $1,333, having hit a high of $1,351 and a low of $1,328. In sterling terms, gold finished the week at £944. That's down £10. And in euros, it closed at €1,070. That's down €17 on the week. Silver fell 82 cents from $17.42 to $16.60, having hit a high of $17.46 and a low of $16.57. In sterling terms, it closed at £11.76. That's down 54 pence. And in euros, it closed at €13.33. That's down 0.69 euros. The gold to silver ratio rose substantially from 77.55 to 1 to 80.30 to 1. The Dow Jones closed on Friday at 25,520, down 665 points on the day and down 1,096 points on the week. And the Nasdaq closed at 7,240, down 144 points on the day and down 265 points on the week. Brent crude fell $1.94. from $70.52 to $68.58. And US light crude fell 69 cents from $66.14 to $65.45. The dollar index stands at 89.19. That's up 0.13 on the week. Last week, as we stated in our previous report, revealed a number of influences which could have, and in fact did, affect gold and silver prices. Gold prices were volatile, falling and rising at least 4 significant times during the week. Overall, a mixture of a hawkish Fed announcement on Wednesday, possibly suggesting 4 interest rate hikes in 2018, certainly took its toll. A strengthening dollar and higher 10-year Treasury notes and 30-year Treasury bond yields had a downward impact on gold. The significant fall in the Dow limited gold's sharp decline on Friday after extremely positive non-farm payroll figures for January of 200,000 new jobs, up from the anticipated 180,000, suggested higher interest rates afoot. Technical analysts are suggesting that should gold prices fall below 1329, then they may trend down towards 1306. And if they fall below that, we may very well see gold around 1250. Alternatively, they suggest that should gold breach 1349, then it will meet the next resistance point at 1354. And any upward move from there will suggest an upward trend, which could indeed surpass 1400. Silver generally has moved more or less in line with gold, with the economic data on Friday significantly affecting its price. Silver has once again declined relative to gold, providing a gold to silver ratio just above 80. We all know that in comparison with one another, above 80 tends to suggest a revaluation in silver's favour in the near future. That said, should stock markets rise while the US dollar strengthens this week, both of which are likely, then we see further downward pressure on both gold and silver prices. However, should investors panic and pull out more funds from the equity markets, then of course both gold and silver will be beneficiaries of such a move. We believe that 2018 will be a turning point for gold and silver prices, especially later in the year. Meanwhile, we have to try and ascertain as to whether now is the time to buy or should we wait a little longer? Our position has been constant. If you are underweight in your physical gold and silver portfolio, then buy regularly, especially during price falls. But don't go all in at once. For the past 3 years, we have said there is not going to be an explosion in gold and silver prices for a number of years, and so far we have been right. Volatility? Absolutely, but no serious significant move. And there have been a number of economic and political factors which could have influenced prices considerably during these times. We still believe that it is time for accumulation without rashness. But we also see much turmoil later in the year and as the decade ends. We shall cover more of this in our annual forecast, which is coming out this week.
We hope you have found this video interesting and informative, and if so, please give it a thumb up and share it on Twitter. Also, kindly visit our website at illuminatisilver.com, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe as a free member for regular email updates and offers. Our Facebook page, which is updated regularly, can be found at facebook.com/Illuminati Silver. Disclaimer: Illuminati Silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice, and merely represent the personal views of its owners.